Just hours before dawn, in the bitter cold of the northern seas, hairy crab boats shoot out to sea like bullets. Everything has to be done quickly, from locating the crabs, to setting the traps, to pulling the cages, because a delay of just a few minutes can mean losing your catch. Hairy crabs are not easy to catch. They are cunning, hiding deep, and only emerge when conditions are perfect. But if you succeed, the reward is a rare, fleshy, downy crab, a prized delicacy sought after across Asia. In the middle of the vast ocean, when dawn is still shy on the horizon, fishermen in the fishing village have begun a familiar but hopeful working day. They lower their nets into the clear blue water, gently, as if sending their trust to the ocean. In each of those small cages, bait is skillfully placed to attract fat, hairy crabs, a precious delicacy of the ocean. When the time is right, the fishermen start pulling the cages out of the sea. With their calloused hands, each cage laden with hairy crabs gradually appears in the dark blue water. The cages are cleverly designed with narrow funnel mouths, inside of which are placed fragrant baits such as small fish or fresh meat, attracting the hairy crabs to crawl in. Once inside, the crabs find it difficult to escape thanks to the cage's special structure. Looking at the big, strong, hairy crabs with shiny shells clinging tightly to the net, fishermen understand that their efforts have been rewarded by the ocean with an abundant gift. Each crab is carefully weighed, and every gram of weight is accurately recorded to track catch yield and quality. This is not only a counting step, but also an important step to help fishermen assess the growth of hairy crabs in the sea. After weighing and recording the data, the hairy crabs are carefully placed in specialized crates, lined with ice to preserve their freshness. Fishermen quickly transport them onto boats, then bring them to shore, where the processing plant's refrigerated trucks are waiting. The hairy crab stands out with its dark brown shell and hairy claws, creating a unique appearance that no other crab species has. The crab's body is compact yet sturdy, with short and strong legs, well adapted to the seabed environment. The crab's back has small spines, helping them camouflage in mud, sand, and moss. Once transported to the factory, hairy crabs will undergo a careful selection process. Healthy crabs with hard shells, flexible legs, and smooth fur will be prioritized for processing or export. Conversely, weak crabs with soft shells or crabs with signs of injury will be removed for separate processing. Tying rubber bands to hairy crab claws is an action to ensure safety and preservation during transportation and processing. Hairy crab claws are very strong and sharp. If left free, they can pinch each other or injure the handler. Once all the crabs are rubber-tied to keep them safe and limit movement, workers will carefully arrange each crab into a specialized crate or basket. These baskets are then transferred to the crab boiling area, where water is boiled at a temperature of around 100 degrees Celsius. The boiling process takes place for just enough time to cook the crabs evenly, preserving their fresh taste and characteristic red shell. After boiling, the crabs are taken out and sprayed with clean water to remove foam from the shell. This step helps clean the crabs, preserving their color and quality before moving on to the next step. Workers use a soft brush to carefully scrub each hairy crab, focusing on the legs, claws, and fine hairs around the crab's shell to remove any remaining dirt after boiling. After scrubbing, the crabs are dipped in clean water to rinse, helping to completely wash away foam and impurities. Thanks to this process, the hairy crabs not only retain their freshness, but also meet hygiene requirements before being packaged and brought to market. Workers carefully pack the crabs to avoid breaking the claws, then vacuum them or wrap them tightly with cling film. The crab boxes are fully labeled and sent to cold storage, ready for distribution to the market. The remaining crabs are taken to separate the meat and the roe. Workers skillfully remove the shell, separating the fatty roe from the firm, fragrant meat inside. The crab roe and meat are then sorted, put into small boxes, and packaged separately according to hygiene standards. These boxes are vacuum sealed or refrigerated, ready for processing or export. A few artfully selected crab claws and meat are then neatly arranged inside the empty crab shell. These fleshy crab shells continue to be carefully packaged, ensuring hygiene and high aesthetics, ready for consumption or display in high-end restaurants and supermarkets. Hairy crab is a nutritious delicacy, processed into many delicious dishes. The most popular is steamed hairy crab, retaining its natural sweetness, served with ginger and vinegar. Hidden beneath the frigid waters of China's streams, the giant salamander lurks like a living fossil from the Jurassic era. Growing up to 1.8 meters long, it holds the title of the world's largest amphibian. But here's the real mystery. This ancient creature is now being farmed on an unprecedented scale. Could this be the key to its survival, or is it an even greater threat to its future? In China, giant salamanders, Andreas davidianus, are extensively farmed for both commercial use and conservation efforts. The farming process is typically divided into two key stages, corresponding to the salamander's size and developmental phase. Salamanders are usually kept separately according to size and age to ensure appropriate space and environment. This helps to avoid aggression between large and small animals and makes it easier to control the diet and living conditions of each group. Chinese salamander eggs are usually laid underwater in cool, moist environments, as they are a species that lives primarily in cold streams or lakes. Retrieving the eggs and transferring them to an incubation tank helps protect them from the elements and increases their chances of hatching successfully. These bags help keep their habitat stable while minimizing exposure to outside factors that could affect the salamander's development. To ensure that your giant salamander grows healthily indoors, the water temperature should be maintained at a constant range of 16 to 22 degrees Celsius. In addition, it is necessary to maintain a suitable oxygen level to facilitate the growth of this species. In captivity, their food can be live animals, such as earthworms, baby fish, or even prepared food specifically for amphibians. In the larval stage, 0 to 3 months old, it lives on yolk, then eats plankton, insect larvae, and small crustaceans. When it grows legs, 3 months to 1 year old, it switches to earthworms, small fish, shrimp, and insects. In the juvenile stage, 1 to 3 years old, it can eat small frogs, crabs, larger fish, and sometimes other salamanders if food is scarce. When entering the first year, the salamander reaches a length of 30 to 50 centimeters. Its hunting ability improves significantly. At this time, they can be brought to an outdoor environment, such as an artificial lake or an outdoor cage, for more comprehensive development. Keeping the cage clean plays an important role in maintaining the health of the iguana, helping to reduce the risk of disease by up to 70%. Every week, it is necessary to change 30 to 50% of the water. Combined with regular filtration and removal of leftover food to maintain a clean living environment, prevent bacteria and mold, support the digestive system, and ensure a stable growth rate. When the Chinese giant salamanders reach a standard size, they are harvested for restaurants, herbal markets, or conservation programs. Farmers collect the salamanders in carts and transport them to weighing stations for accurate counting before sending them to market. In China, salamanders are considered a delicacy and are often prepared in dishes like herbal stew or soup. With high nutritional value, their meat is not only prized in cuisine, but also used in traditional medicine to promote health. Thank you for reading. Wishing you a wonderful day. Koi fish are a popular ornamental species known for their vibrant colors, long lifespan, and deep symbolic meaning in feng shui, representing perseverance and prosperity. Originating from common carp, koi were selectively bred and developed most extensively in Japan, which is considered the birthplace of modern koi. In recent years, Taiwan has also emerged as a major player in koi farming, thanks to its large-scale production and advanced breeding techniques. So, what sets these two countries apart in the world of koi fish? Let's find out. In Taiwan, koi fish are primarily raised in large rectangular ponds designed for industrial-scale farming. These ponds are typically constructed with concrete and have a depth ranging from 1 to 1.5 meters. They are equipped with recirculating water filtration systems, aeration, and temperature control to maintain a stable and clean environment for the fish. The stocking density usually ranges from 20 to 30 fish per cubic meter of water, depending on the size and developmental stage of the koi. Maintaining an appropriate density helps the fish grow evenly, reduces stress, prevents disease, and ensures the quality of their patterns and coloration. When koi fish reach marketable sizes, typically between 25 and 40 centimeters, depending on the breed and commercial purpose. Farmers use soft nets with large mesh openings to minimize scratches on the fish's sensitive skin, as even a small scratch can significantly reduce their market value. The transportation process is then conducted using specialized vehicles. Upon arrival at the distribution center, the fish are carefully graded based on size, color, body shape, pattern symmetry, and color sharpness. These factors are key in determining the value of each koi. Although the tanks are still rectangular, there is a notable difference between raising koi fish in Taiwan and Japan. In Japan, the number of fish in each tank is usually smaller, and experienced breeders carefully select each koi. The koi here are not only kept for ornamental purposes, but are also nurtured to develop according to the unique standards of each enthusiast. In Japan, raising koi is not just a hobby. It is an art that requires meticulous care and patience in every step, from selecting the breed to caring for them, and to their overall development. The number of fish in each tank is carefully balanced to create the optimal environment for each fish to reach its full potential in both beauty and health. Japanese koi are famous for their wide variety of colors and patterns, which are evaluated and classified according to international standards. This is why Japanese koi are valued much higher than those from Taiwan. Did you know there's a species of fish that can grow up to over 1.5 meters in length? That's the ribbon fish, a marine fish known for its long, flat body and shiny silver color. Have you ever eaten ribbon fish? With its white flesh, few bones, and fresh taste, ribbon fish is a great ingredient for many dishes. Let's dive deeper into this fascinating fish in today's video. The ribbon fish typically inhabit moderately deep waters and coastal areas, especially in tropical and subtropical regions. It is a marine fish with a long, flattened body and a silvery appearance, with an average length of 50 to 100 centimeters, though some mature individuals can reach over 1.5 meters in length. The global stock of ribbon fish is considered to be quite abundant due to its high reproductive capacity and wide distribution, significantly contributing to the seafood production of many coastal countries. Trawling is a common method, especially for large schools of ribbon fish. Fishermen use long nets with small mesh, typically dragging them through areas where ribbon fish are concentrated. The net is deployed into the sea and hauled back by boats, allowing a large quantity of fish to be caught in one go. This method is effective for commercial ribbon fish harvesting because it enables quick and bulk collection. In addition, a fishing rod is also used. For fishing, people typically use a long fishing rod with either natural or artificial bait. This method is primarily applied when catching ribbonfish for personal consumption or on a small scale. Fishing for ribbonfish requires patience and skill to cast the bait into the right areas where the fish live. Ribbonfish are typically carefully preserved and packaged to maintain their quality during transportation and consumption. One common method is to pack each fish into a plastic bag along its length, which helps protect the shape and freshness of the fish. After being packaged, the ribbonfish are placed on trays for easy freezing. Rapid freezing helps the fish retain its freshness while also preventing the growth of bacteria, extending the storage time without compromising the product's quality. Ribbonfish is quite simple to prepare, making it suitable for various dishes. First, the fins on both sides of the fish are removed. Then the fish is split open to remove the internal organs. After cleaning, the ribbonfish can be cut into portions according to the dish's requirements. Thanks to its flesh structure with few small bones, the preparation process is quick and easy, helping retain the fish's freshness and unique flavor when cooked.